Mexico calling Trump to propose 25% tariff on their goods unacceptable and threatened to impose their own on the U.S. in return.
It is not acceptable and would cause the U.S. and Mexico inflation and job losses. 70% of the illegal weapons seized from criminals in Mexico come from your country. The weapons are not produced by us. The synthetic drugs are not consumed by us.
Okay. But here in the U.S., Trump appearing to double down by tapping Jamison Greer for U.S. Trade Representative, a key player in China trade negotiations in Trump's first term. Shark Tank investor and O'Leary Ventures chairman, Kevin O'Leary, Mr. Wonderful himself, joins us now. So tell me this, Kevin. I'm not concerned about Canada or Mexico. They're going to fold. They need the money. They don't want to get into a war with us. But with China, how does that play out with the U.S. Tariff policy? Because it's the threat of the tariff, right?
Yeah, China has not played by the rules since they came into WTO in 1999, and most administrations have just let it roll. Most of us who do business there realize it's time to really set the record straight here because they cheat, they steal, they don't protect IP, we can't use their courts. And Xi is getting away with it because he thinks no one will stand up to it. My strategy here and what I would advocate for is to raise the walls so high that it forces him to the table here in Washington for a reciprocal deal, which we desperately need. And it's not 25%, it's 400%. Yeah. You basically threaten to bankrupt his economy. And the only reason Xi gets to be the supreme leader is people are employed. If you threaten the core of his economy by shutting down access to the world's largest economy...
People rise up.
They rise up, they throw him out. And when he senses that coming, he'll fly to Washington to cut a deal. It's going to take very tough negotiations, but I'm happy to see this is going on. Mexico and Canada, different deal. We have a new trade agreement. The challenge for Mexico has a brand new leader, so you see she's feisty, she's making her moves. That makes sense. Canada's a different situation. Trudeau's on his way out. He's at the end of a long mandate. In the parliamentary system, when you can't win a majority mandate, they throw you out. That's happening to him now. The new prime minister, most likely, is Pierre Poilievre.
We love him.
Well, he's going to be negotiating this deal. So I would advise Trump's team to bring him down to Mar-a-Lago and meet him now, because he's already told the Canadian people what he's going to do. Get rid of carbon taxes, lift the ban on pipelines, be pro-business. That's in sync with Trump's mandate. So I think there's going to be a great relationship in Canada, the U.S. over the next decade.
So let's talk about that mandate. You see the country right now. People are so excited right now. You got people coming out of the woodworks. You didn't even know they were Trump supporters. And now I'm seeing MAGA hats in New York City. But there's this overall optimism that we're back. We're going to fight. There's deals being done on the world stage. Are you feeling that in the financial community as well?
Not only in large cap companies with CEOs that had to hedge their bets and say they were playing both sides, but 62% of this economy is small businesses in America, 5 to 500, family businesses. They're loving what they see. Less regulation, stabilized taxes, the ability to, now that this uncertainty is over with, make their decisions. I just flew in from West Virginia. We just cracked ground on a $35 million new plant that we were hedging on, waiting to see what would happen. Now that we know the regulatory environment is going to be stripped away federally, we're putting money in the ground. We're going to create 100 jobs there. This is what I love. This is what I love about stability. Pro-business is always better because it lets you pursue what matters in America. The number one export we have is the American dream. We got to support the American dream. That's the whole idea. And the American dream is when businesses can create jobs and families flourish.
Such a good point, Kevin. Thanks so much for giving us some time.
Take care.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.